Hello, I'm Adam McCarthy and welcome to Mythbusters.
Don't forget to subscribe to stay notified. Ding, ding. Done.
Okay, so welcome back to another episode of Mythbusters. Today we'll be talking about what actually makes sense in certain environments. So you often hear people saying you should train one way, train another way in terms of the actual exercise used. But we must look at the relevant backgrounds of where this exercise comes from. And I'm referring to the world of CrossFit, powerlifting, that kind of thing. They all have their separate exercises doing separate things. So a good example would be the arch in the back in terms of bench press, in terms of powerlifting. Or the kipping pull-up in terms of CrossFit. The reason why CrossFitters do the kipping pull-up is because it states in the rule that chest has to meet the bar. So the quickest way to doing that is doing a kipping pull-up. Is it the safest way? Probably not. Quite a lot of the stuff they do in CrossFit isn't safe per se, depending on the situation. In order to do the kipping pull-up, you need to be relatively strong anyway. That's what some people don't realise. They get involved in this world around them, so this tribal sensuality. They develop in that world, and then they try and move out and teach other people in the other spheres of fitness. And there's different spheres of fitness. What makes sense in CrossFit would not necessarily make sense to the general population. Same thing can be said about Les Mills, and you see this a lot with the Les Mills world. Very tribal. Lots of people who probably come from a general fitness background, and they suddenly get immersed in this world of Les Mills fitness, and you could probably say a certain sense of body, beach body as well. They get immersed in this fitness, they buy into the product, they buy into the image, the name, etc. And then when they move out, and let's say maybe they become personal trainers, they move out, they try and teach the way of Les Mills in personal training, which is fine to a certain extent, but some of those moves and things they do in Les Mills' world might not necessarily work, or work across into different populations, different people even. So for instance, Les Mills' grip, which is based upon a high intensity interval training class, was based towards millennials, young people who were already fit. Yet I'd probably with my classes of grit, I'd probably disbelieve the image they're trying to go for and find out that most of them, as you've probably seen the video I'm showing you now, are probably varied in terms of their demographics and fitness levels. But anyway, when we talk about the burpee, they talk about wide legs as you go down, squatting down, keeping back straight, arms out, legs kick out whilst keeping slightly wide, back wide, arms come off the ground, and then you explode.
Squat down to land.
Effectively what you are doing is a squat with a burpee. And in terms of, if I was going to teach, that's the way I'll teach for Les Mills, because it makes the exercise quicker. Does it make the exercise more explosive? No. If I was going to teach it to be more explosive, I'd teach it to have the legs underneath you, so you can get more drive, more power up. And the reason why they teach the burpee with the wide legs squatting down is so you can get more done, and it increases the intensity of that exercise. Therefore, in that class, it makes perfect sense. Outside, it may not make sense to do it like that unless you have a challenge or something like that. By having your feet underneath you, you get more drive, more power, more explosion into the burpee. And likewise, it can be said about the other forms of exercise. So, is my way the right way? No, there's different ways of doing different exercises.